This popped up on my recommended. This video is titled The Loneliest Millionaire on the Internet. I'm assuming because the first thing I'm seeing is xQc is going to be about xQc, and I'm kind of curious what they're going to talk about. As always, the original video will be at the top link in the description. Please support the original creator. Let's see.
The first rule of being an A-list streamer is brutal, but simple. Once you turn the camera on, you never get to turn it off. To the world, he's xQc, one of the most watched, highest paid personalities on the planet.
xQc is.
Okay, I'm intrigued. He's got me hooked to the first 15 seconds. He might have something to say here. He might have something interesting to say here. I thought this was about to be like a hate video or like some bullshit, but no.
The biggest streamer on Twitch.
The fame, the 9-figure deals, the constant roar of 40,000 live viewers. From the outside, it looks like the ultimate success story. But that is not the story you're about to see. This story is much darker.
Okay.
Because sometimes you get everything you ever wanted, just to lose everything that ever mattered.
You get nothing. You're not the victim here.
Now, every story about a downfall starts somewhere. And for xQc, it started at the top. Felix Lengyel was a professional gamer turned full-time streamer.
A lot of people forget this. I wasn't into Overwatch at the time, so I didn't know about it, but I learned about it after the fact, and I was like, bro, what? Like, he was
Online,
legit.
He went by xQc, and by early 2018, he'd already built a massive following. Over 200,000 people followed him on Twitch, and every night, thousands tuned in just to watch the madness unfold.
Nobody will ever see.
xQc was the definition of an internet troll. He talked weird, said whatever popped into his head. And yeah, he wasn't exactly the cleanest guy around, but that's not really the point, because he could make quite literally anything entertaining. Back then, the magic was in his reactions. It really didn't matter what happened. Dying in game, getting stream sniped, some annoying TTS donation. He'd explode, lose his mind, and somehow make it hilarious. But over time, the chat started catching on. They realized that the more they pushed him, the better content got. So it kind of became this game. Who could piss him off the most? Who could get the biggest reaction? Every week, the stunts got worse, and what started as harmless trolling was slowly turning into something meaner. The line between the stream and real life was starting to blur. And in about 2 seconds,
This is super interesting to me because I never really learned too much about xQc, so this is actually very interesting.
The stream in real life was starting to blur. And in about 2 seconds, someone was about to take it too far.
Oh boy. Oh, he got swatted.
Coming up. Yes. What? Hands up.
For the first time in his life, Felix found himself staring down the barrels of a few standard issue LAPD Glocks. A viewer from his stream had found his home address and called the police, reporting a violent threat.
Bro, the people who do this shit are such losers. I just get like, let's just be honest. Like, you got to be an absolute loser to be harassing somebody IRL like this.
This is known as swatting. It's an internet prank that's gotten people killed before. And for Felix, this was the moment that changed everything.
He had 3 guns at me. What the?
He realized that being live meant being exposed, that anyone with a grudge or a twisted sense of humor could reach through the screen and make his real life collapse in seconds. So he started closing doors. No more personal details, no leaks, no risks. His addresses, his circle, and even what he said on stream, all of it got locked down. From that point forward, xQc was split in two. There was the version everyone knew, the chaotic, high-energy streamer who seemed to live entirely online.
I just want to play the game.
And then there was the other side, the one he kept completely off camera. That's where this story gets interesting, because what the internet thought they were watching wasn't real life. It was a reflection stitched together from a million half-truths.
What's strange is that, like, this is just every streamer today, though. And maybe it's changed in, like, very recent years. Because, like, Queso, obviously, is, like, more of a performance. Jinxie's more of a performance. A lot of these people have sort of become that and shared less of their lives, which is smart. You really shouldn't... You want to keep things separate, you know? Want to keep things separate to a certain extent.
What was actually happening behind the scenes is a whole different story. With Felix's address being leaked online, he realized he needed to move. He left his apartment and moved in temporarily with the girl he had met just a few months ago.
Oh god, this story, bro. I know some about this.
So, a streamer in the Overwatch community, better known as Adept. With a new setup and a new apartment, Felix once again went live.
What time is it? 10? I think it's time to go again.
And from the outside, nothing looked wrong. If anything, it looked better than usual.
this working, boys, or what?
He was streaming more than ever, laughing more than ever, making more money than ever.
Does that look like a shark?
Every month, the numbers continued to climb. The chat was bigger, the clips were everywhere, and Twitch was basically becoming his playground. Eventually, Felix found a new place, something more permanent, and Adept moved in with him. Online, they insisted they were just roommates, but whenever they were on stream together, they didn't exactly look like just roommates.
xQc's right up. Oh my god, he really did.
It was kind of sweet. Two streamers building a life off of the same.
Kind of sweet, right? We all know how this shit goes,
They
man.
joke on stream, sometimes argue a little, but the infinitely parasocial chat would eat it up. It felt like a look into his real life. And maybe that's why nobody thought twice when things seemed off. If he changed rooms, it was just a new setup. If he ended the stream early, chat blamed the bad sleep schedule. Little things you only notice when you already know how the story ends. From 2020
I
to
forget a lot of the details. I won't lie, because this is a while back.
it was
now.
the golden run. xQc became Twitch's poster boy. He was the single most watched streamer for 3 years in a row. He'd go live for 10 hours a day, grinding some random game or reacting to
He went. Don't undersell xQc, brother. I don't even love xQc like that. I don't even watch him. But bro, this man was going crazy. Sometimes it was like 10 hours, bro. Sometimes he'd be on for like 14 hours, 20 hours. Like, this guy was putting in absurd work at that time. It was fucking psychotic how much work he put in. He deserves all the respect, dude.
It's trending. Then go to sleep, wake up, and do it again the next day. On the surface, xQc was living the perfect life. He had the fame, the dream car, the $1 million mansion, and the cherry on top of it all, Felix and Sammy finally told their fans what everyone already knew. They were dating. Everyone watching thought, damn, xQc's living the dream. And for a while, maybe he was. But in reality, everything was falling apart. To understand why everything went wrong, we need to rewind, all the way back to 2018. After moving in with Adept, the swattings didn't just magically go away. Somehow, within weeks, his address kept getting leaked online. And once it was out there, it was only a matter of time
Bro, that's
before the police
always
showed
what
up at his
happens.
door.
Dude, actually, get me the out of here, man. I'm so f***ing knowing all of it, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll get the f*** out of here, dude. I'm about to, man. I don't want to live anymore. It's retarded.
Felix learned fast.
I mean,
After
who
those
would?
first
That's
incidents, he
horrible.
made sure it never happened live again. No cameras, no chat reactions, nothing for the trolls to feed on.
We'll be on the move for a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's whatever.
But every time he thought he'd found a safe spot, something would slip. One day he'd be streaming from one place, and the next, somewhere completely different.
I'll find a way to get my stuff somewhere that's I can keep it safe. I'll find a way.
Sometimes he'd crash at a friend's house, or head back to Montreal to stay with his parents until he could find a new place. But none of it really felt safe.
Almost every day,
Nope.
The police came to our house with a full squad. I was genuinely scared that I was going to die.
Now, anyone,
Well, yeah.
Samuel, friends, family, were in danger solely because he was there with them.
Just me being around people like endangers them. It's just kind of like unfair for others.
And the worst part, there wasn't really anything he could do about it. The more
Nah, you
famous he
can't.
got, the bigger the audience became, and the more dangerous that 1% of it became too.
I don't know what the f is wrong with you guys. I don't know what the f is wrong with you absolute degenerates.
Moving became routine. Every so often came a new house with a new setup, and each time it looked the same. A plain, empty bedroom.
I just thought if I purchase a home and I'm the only person on the title, it's my home. I thought, what could possibly go wrong? And sometimes I realize like, it just doesn't matter, dude.
No, it doesn't.
I can't have shit.
Whether he had an actual setup or not, he'd
Bro,
start
swatting and like people just finding your address and harassing you and like doxing, like all this shit is just so crazy on the internet, man. Like, it's so annoying. I don't understand why people do it. I do understand why people do it, but it makes me sad, dude. It makes me sad.
streaming regardless. He simply wasn't going to let that 1% of viewers ruin it for the other 99. Over time, he would slowly but surely fill the space. Sometimes it was posters on a wall.
Once you're at this level, I mean, you're stuck in it. That's really about it, you know?
Or adding a bed, cool lights, or maybe some plans to the stream room. But it seemed like the minute it actually started to feel like a home, like someone actually lived there, the cycle restarted.
Okay, well, I guess we'll move again, and we'll start it again, and hopefully, and it's probably gonna blow up again.
After a while, you could see it wearing on him. The sleep deprivation, the junk food, the constant anxiety. It all started to pile up. Somewhere in that blur of streams and relocations, the pressure began to
streaming the amount that he did, bro, fucks with you. I never streamed that much, but I used to, even just doing like 8-hour streams is a lot. Like, it's a lot, man. It is. It's a lot. it's
through.
you know,
xQc
he's doing that shit every
if you
day.
watch his content, renowned for being really, really bad at sleeping.
X has night terrors where he runs through the house screaming.
Felix started having night terrors.
Jesus.
Real physical ones.
This morning I was bloody. Yeah, I did have a fight actually.
Oh, that's crazy. When he wakes up to that, do you freak out, Adept? It doesn't scare you?
He'd wake up gasping, disoriented, sprinting across the room trying to escape something that wasn't there.
And so, oh my god.
I just wake up with no air and I just run.
Bro, that shit is. That shit genuinely kind of makes me sad. I think anybody who's ever dealt with some like serious mental shit knows. I've never had night terror specifically, but knows what this shit is like. Knows what. Oh fuck, man. I don't even. Let's just keep going, dude. It's a lot.
Dude,
it's a
like
lot.
holes in the walls because of it. Dude, look, there's one above the bed. Look at that. Literally ran straight into the wall.
Whether he was with Adept or staying with friends, they would have to pull him out of it before he hurt himself. But sometimes he didn't wake up fast enough.
I woke up and I hurt myself in panic. That's all. So I don't really know what happened. But it should be fine for now, though.
And even then, the very
Jesus.
next day, he was still alive. Because for Felix, stopping meant thinking. And thinking was worse.
In a way, when I go live, I have my own little sun or my little spotlight above my head, right? Recently, it's been like, spotlight goes off, and it's just darkness.
Yeah, getting off streaming for a long time and then just getting off stream is a strange feeling, dude. Very strange feeling. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you're this like hyper version of yourself for so many hours. And you do like 12-hour streams every day, you know? When you turn that shit off, it's so confusing. It feels so disorienting, you know? Because you just get so trapped in that mentality of like, I gotta perform. And then all of a sudden you don't, just abruptly. That's what it feels like too. It's not like a gradual end to a stream. It just turns off. And it's like, bruh, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on.
At one point, after years of this cycle, things got so bad that he started writing a will. He genuinely wasn't sure how much longer he'd last if things kept going the same way.
I had a bunch of bad thoughts. Things kept happening that were really bad and scary. I felt like I was...
The other thing too, yeah, because this shit that he's dealt with, the swatting and all this other stuff, is incredibly traumatizing. And if you don't take the time to properly process those emotions and that trauma, that shit will just destroy you from the inside out. It absolutely will. And since he was streaming so often and so much, he probably didn't ever have time to process them. And this is what happens, you know?
I wasn't gonna live very long.
When he began going through what he had and figuring out where it should all go, it naturally fell to his family. But one name wasn't there, Adept's. And when she found out, everything blew to Kingdom Come. This was the start of something that would turn into one of the most bizarre and public breakups the internet had ever seen.
Bro, what is with these fucking... Oh, bro. I just hate... Dude, bro. I don't even know what to say, dude. These women who just like... This really is a thing, you know what I mean? This really is a thing in America. Who sort of like latch on to rich people like xQc is super successful, like, and she probably did actually like him, but like, why would that upset you? I couldn't imagine that if I was married to somebody, or they're not even married, but if I was dating somebody for like a few years, probably this is what this was. And they didn't put me in their will if they died and they put their family. I'm not going to be offended by that. It's just money. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. What, is that going to invalidate every other moment I have with this person? No. Who gives a shit? Why do you care? that shows that meant more to you than everything else in the relationship, right? You see? It's so sad, man.
After that, things just kind of like
So
started,
sad.
like, blowing the fuck up, you know?
When Adept found out she wasn't included in Felix's will, the tension between them began to boil over.
Why are you raising your tone?
Because
You're raising your tone.
Really annoying.
You're raising your tone.
I'm tired of hiding behind this that you do every time.
Okay, can you understand that I always do this, and it's not target?
Oh God, here we go.
What started as a couple's argument slowly grew into something much bigger, one that pulled in Felix's family and refused to fade.
Simi, you called my family psycho, crazy, conniving ass crack. I blamed myself. You talked to me for 3 hours, blaming everybody else.
I do this with you anymore. You are not a victim here. You have never been a victim here. I'm done speaking with you. You are not.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's painful listening to her. Holy shit. What a fucking loser, dude. Straight up. You are not a victim here. You are not a victim here. What is this? What is this stupid ass manipulative gaslighting? Shut the fuck up.
A victim.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. This got too heavy. I'm sorry. Bye.
Over the next few months, things only got worse. Arguments kept resurfacing, and every attempt to fix things seemed to just make it worse.
God, you're so cringe.
Sorry. See? Classic. Just like before the stream, you say an argument or say your remark, and you leave, and then you're like, got him, dude. It's not how it works, though.
Eventually, Felix felt like he was cornered, like he had to choose just one, family or Adept.
I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy, and unfortunately, what happened is that I kind of just...
Like, how are you cornering your partner and having to make that choice? What the fuck is wrong with you? He should be family to you, and you should be your family to him. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Dude, you're not the victim here. You didn't put me in your will. You were gonna give me all your money if you died. What the fuck? Dude, these people suck, man.
Family.
These people
And that
suck.
decision set off everything that came next.
Why are no other streamers talking about xQc's?
Bro, the reason why this pisses me off is women like this poison the well. What I mean is that then it makes... Oh, it's the same thing with like asshole dude. It would be the same thing on the other end. It would be the same thing on the other end. This isn't gender specific, right? If you're a man and you're acting like a fucking dickbag asshole and you traumatize a woman because you fucking manipulate her and you do some weird shit too, then I'm also mad at that. Like, everybody just needs to shut the fuck up, bro. If you're gonna date somebody who you actually want to be with. This should not be like this isn't a hard thing to realize. You know? This isn't rough. This isn't tough.
You see divorce, like how major it is. This ain't like some little thing. Like, this is major. This is having an impact on him psychologically.
After a string of public arguments and tense on-stream moments, Adept took things a step further. She filed a claim saying this wasn't just a breakup. According to her, she and Felix were married under common law, which
fuck this bitch.
Meant she was entitled to half of everything he owned.
Fuck this bitch,
Within
bro.
weeks, the dispute moved from live streams to courtrooms. In Texas, official filings started rolling in, and the court stepped in to stabilize the situation while it played out. Adept was granted exclusive use of Felix's BMW and Tesla. Felix, on the other hand, was suddenly restricted. No more luxury spending, no gambling, nothing beyond the essentials. They were barred from entering...
Like, look, how did the court system deem this? Like, really think about how retarded that actually is. This is the system we have? This is the system we have. Come the fuck on, bro.
Each other's homes, and more importantly, forbidden from talking about any of it online. Essentially, a gag order. Once again, Felix was split in two. The version everyone thought they knew, and the one left behind when the camera turned off. But this time, the internet filled the void. Today, those court records are sealed, but back then, they were open to anyone who knew where to look. A few creators dug them up before they vanished behind closed doors, and with each new filing, the internet got another glimpse into the story Felix couldn't tell himself.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
What's going on?
This is Stephen A. Sarch, a journalist who's written for outlets like Business Insider and Rolling Stone, but more importantly, he was one of the first people to break this whole story.
Give me some more context,
the
bro.
The common law marriage itself always seemed really odd to me. Her only evidence behind the common law marriage was in 2020, they went to Canada and they told the TSA that they were married because that was the only way they were going to get in because of COVID protocols.
That was all? And they gave her anything in this? Like, is crazy. How did she get anything from him? Is insane.
A common law marriage basically means you're married without the ceremony or license. There's just 3 requirements. You have to live together, tell people you're married, and both agree that you are. But miss one of those, and it doesn't count.
Felix has never publicly made any sort of statement that the common law marriage was in fact real.
I'm not married!
I don't want to like bash Adept. I don't want to just like say she was grasping at straws.
Bro, nah, that's what hoes like that do. She totally was. She was like, she lost control of the relationship, right? I already went over this. She got upset over him not putting her in his will. I mean, maybe like getting upset, okay, sure, whatever, you can already get upset, but like you got that upset? So, once again, so you valued the money over all of the years in your relationship. Yeah. You're gonna get bashed. What do you mean? You get no respect. Acting like a bitch like that and then abusing the legal system to get shit from him afterwards is crazy.
It is hard to discuss this story without thinking ill of Adept, because if you just look at the court filings, it does seem fairly malicious.
Her whole document was
fairly malicious. It was.
all about, I need spousal support. Make them pay.
But, you know, taking her opinion into account, it was clear that she felt that she kind of built this guy up and kind of helped him reach the level that he reached.
That's literally not true at all, bro. She's completely forgotten the history to most people who... Bro, what are we talking about? How many people knew xQc's name and how many people knew that? I forgot her name was even Adept. I don't even remember what she looked like. All I knew is that xQc had this fucking bitch-ass girlfriend who fucking tried to ruin his life.
Speaking of
That's
crazy
all
deals,
I remember.
xQc,
she didn't do shit.
One of the biggest streamers on Twitch, just took a 2-year deal, $100 million with Kick.
Wow.
Everyone, when it came to xQc, was focused on the Kick deal.
What is going on?
$100 million.
This is a non-exclusive contract for 2 years, meaning xQc gets to have his cake, eat it too, and the baker.
It was and still is the biggest streaming deal social media has ever seen.
Dude, good for him, by the way. Good for him.
Somehow, it came right when xQc seemed to be at his lowest.
That is true.
I understand.
Yo, by the way, hold on. Let me just quickly like and subscribe, bro. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Let me comment too. I should have done that like at the beginning. I should have done that like 1 minute in, because right away I was like, bro, this guy, I know this video is about to bang.
That xQc can kind of feel slighted by all of this.
Right.
You know, I was watching the Impulsive clip earlier, and clearly, you know, this still kind of bothers him.
Felix, I gotta ask you this: are you going to give all of your money to your ex-girlfriend?
Oh man.
Adept, the person who had been in his life for years.
Dude, you can see, look at his reaction to that question.
Oh man.
That man is feeling it.
Adept, the person who had been in his life for years, was now the person tearing it apart.
The deeper you are invested with somebody, the deeper that you trust them, the harder betrayal will feel when it happens.
What started as a conversation about his will, about money, and what would happen if something went wrong, spiraled into something much bigger. And somewhere along the way, Felix lost someone that felt like home.
I wasn't the best boyfriend at times, but I don't think anybody deserves to feel that level of betrayal ever.
Bro, who is the best at time? Like, what do you mean? And of course you're going to make mistakes in a long relationship. The fuck? You expect that everything's going to go smoothly the whole time? Like, I'm not talking to xQc. I'm just saying, like in general for everybody. Like, you're not going to get through a relationship with somebody, I mean, a romantic relationship with somebody, or any kind of interaction with somebody for a long period of time where shit's not rough sometimes. That's just going to happen.
The fallout rolled straight into his family. Words were said, lines were crossed, and even months later, things still hadn't really healed. So he did what he always does when everything falls apart. He streamed, because chat was the only thing that still felt familiar.
At the end of the day, all I want to do is go back to this. I don't want to spend time enjoying the thing that this comes with, right?
Yeah.
The status or whatever. All that shit is like, it's just fucking noise. It actually is.
There is something so oddly therapeutic about streaming. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's probably just an autism thing, bro. I swear to God. But like, you know, but seriously.
Adept, whatever. All that shit is like, it's just fucking noise.
I always made a joke about how every streamer is autistic.
It's noise.
Sometimes he'd go live and talk in circles, half-coded rants about things that he couldn't say. You could tell he wanted to open up.
Yeah.
He just couldn't. And the longer that went on, the lonelier it looked.
Money just changes people, man. And people say it's changed me. You wanna know why? You wanna do something about me? Everybody around me, just that's all they cared about is just money shit. When everybody around me starts caring about it like so much, right? Then it annoys me. Because then there's me right here, everybody's next to me, and then everybody's looking past me to whatever I have.
They're just looking at
like,
the money.
Okay, well, how do I get the focus back on me? I'll just burn it then. Like that's kind of like logical conclusion almost. Sometimes it feels like I'd have none of the problems I have right now if it wasn't for that.
Bro, look at this motherfucker in the chat.
Sometimes it feels like
where is it? Where is it? Aren't you rich? That's another thing I hate too. Motherfuckers being like, "You're rich, you can't have problems." What? Bro, I wish that this guy could just all of a sudden have $1 billion. See how you feel. See how you feel. All that it would do is just immediately expose all this shit that you're hiding and coping by being like, I don't have that money. The second you get that money, all the shit that you're trying to mask and put under the idea that you don't have money is going to fly straight in your face. All the problems with your family, all the problems with yourself, all the problems with whatever, all the self-hate that you have is going to fly straight in your face, and you're going to be miserable. Because you never did the work to work on that stuff, and you used money, not having money, as a way to cope with with those struggles. Right? Any motherfucker that says that, that's what's going on.
I'd have none of the problems I have right now.
That's what's actually going on.
Over time, the streams got shorter and less consistent.
That's anyone who uses an external thing as an excuse. Bro, what is this weird? Like, think about it. It's even something as stupid as video games. On an online FPS game, multiplayer FPS game like Call of Duty, MFers will I just said MFers, that's crazy. Motherfuckers will genuinely be like, I'm employed, so that's why I suck. What? If you don't want to suck at it so bad, just put in the work at the game and get good. You're not working all of your life. Play the game and get good at the game if you're going to complain. Like, what the fuck? What happened? You think you should just get handed skill on a silver platter? Yeah, some people are always going to be more talented than you at things. But, like, even something as dumb as a fucking online FPS game, people would rather just cope, call somebody a cheater, call somebody whatever, and be like, I'm employed. All these people are unemployed losers. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How many think about how many, like, I don't actually know the stats on this, but I would imagine that you could look up a lot of pro players and a lot of content creators that are now good at the game that were working full-time jobs while they were making content and playing the game and were significantly better than you by probably 1,000 miles at that time while they had to do all that shit. So even something as stupid as video games, people cope with this shit. It's so
But
dumb.
the outbursts and the drama grew. It was like watching someone set fire to the parts of their life that still worked.
I didn't change for the longest time, and it felt like that's all people wanted. So yeah, I bought really dumb shit. I wasted money on the stupidest thing I could ever find. I would rather see that money go up in flames on useless than being given to people that's all they care about.
After months of filings,
fuck, man. Oh, I don't have much to say about that. I just absorbing it. That shit sucks, bro. It really
restrictions
does.
and silence, it finally ended. The court dismissed the case. The claims were dropped. No more orders, no more waiting. For the first time in nearly a year, Felix could finally speak again.
They just gave me the news that I was no longer in any significant legal battle, and it's all over. After months and months sitting in the dark, I actually had something or somebody tell me and validate that my brain was rooted in reality.
In the end, Felix never really escaped the chaos. He just stopped letting it define him. The cameras are still there. Right. The chat still moves a mile a minute. But he's not hiding behind it anymore. When he goes live, it's not to fill the silence. It's because he actually wants to be there. The line between xQc and Felix will probably always exist. But for the first time, it doesn't feel like a mask. It feels more of like a balance. He can log off, disappear for a while, and the world keeps spinning. The stream doesn't have to be his whole life anymore. And maybe that's the real win. Not the contracts, not the numbers, not the record-breaking deals, but finally being okay with just being himself.
That was an incredible video, bro. That was an incredible video. Holy dude. Obviously, once again, the original video will be at the top link in the description. That was a fucking awesome video. All the respect in the world to Golf Cart, dude. And holy.